Hi folks, welcome to Ask Evelyn, where we answer your questions about recycling, compost, and other trashy topics. It's Wednesday, 1:30. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. And we have a really great episode for you this week. It's called In the Know with Styro. There's so many different kinds of styrofoam out there, and we're going to talk to you about all the different options that you guys have for how to deal with that stuff. Becca and I work for Seattle Public Utilities, and I do the residential outreach program management. So I send you guys the lovely flyers and collection calendars that we talked about in last week's episode to help you guys sort your waste a little bit. And as always, we're joined by my co-host.
Hi, I'm Pat Kaufman. Nice to see y'all.
All right. Awesome. So really quick reminder that I didn't get to in the intro is that these episodes are fueled by your questions. So make sure that you guys keep them coming. We love hearing from you. Hit us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can send us an email at askevelyn@seattle.gov. So Pat, it's all about styrofoam this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody's got it. It's happening more and more. And our question from an Ask Evelyn viewer has put the question right for us. So here we are.
All right.
He says, "Hey Evelyn, I, like many folks, have been working on renovating my home during quarantine. We're getting a lot done, but now have so much styrofoam from all the different products and projects. I don't know what to do with it all. I have small packaging peanuts and blocks that come with the new vanity we purchased. It takes up so much room in my garage, or in my garbage cart, I should say. Is it possible to recycle any of this? Thanks, Beatrice." So yeah, Beatrice, quick answer.
Oh man, I feel for you, Beatrice. The styrofoam is a very ubiquitous packaging medium. So quick answer, foam, yes. We have a couple of options for you to recycle it. We can both pick it up at your place or we can give you some drop-off options, but that refers to only the foam block that comes around things like your vanity. Peanuts, we cannot pick those up for recycling, but they can always be reused. And those will get dropped off at some mailing shops, and we will talk to you about that as we get into it. So Pat, you and I love talking about styrofoam. So
yeah, I mean, I too have foam blocks. We've been doing projects around the house, so I have a whole bag of foam block here ready to be requested for pickup. Haven't got around to making the request yet, but also I happen to have a clear bag, but also some folks will only have available to them the white plastic like kitchen bags, you know, the typical bags you get at the store. This is probably the preferred one, and then to add the word foam to the process, and so with that, the drivers will know exactly what is in the bag. Because if it's, I mean, that's a fairly translucent bag, the white bags, and you stuff it full of block foam. It's white inside of the white bags. It's a little hard to tell. That's why we love a clear plastic bag if possible.
But they're hard to find.
Yeah, but other folks will use white plastic bags for their garbage, and they'll set out extra bags of garbage sometimes. So that's why it's really important, folks, that you write the word foam nice and large on the bag once you put it out for collection. And of course you have to request the collection, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So to do that, we have a whole suite of options called our special item pickup. And those who are single family residents, you'll have seen that on the collection calendar that we sent to you just a couple of weeks ago. And so on that, you go to myutilities.seattle.gov, which is kind of the website access to all of these different services. You pay your bills there and stuff like that as well. But from there, you can order a special item pickup. You will schedule it. Styrofoam pickup is free, but you need to go through that scheduling process in order for a different driver than your normal collection driver who comes for your garbage, your compost, and your recycling. They will get routed to come and pick up that block, and that all goes to be recycled, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's a different truck.
That's an
important point to make. This is a whole different route, everybody. Every week, everybody has the opportunity to request this service. We have 167,000
single-family residents.
That's a lot of foam. You know, it'd be interesting to find out what the tonnage is per week, or whatever the volume is, I should say, because foam doesn't weigh a lot, but there's a lot. It can take up a truckload in no time. So yeah, the three normal trucks are the compactor trucks, the trucks that are going to tip your cart or dump your material. This isn't a different thing. This is the kind of truck that's going to collect other special item collections as well. So it's kind of like the fourth route, if you will, in Seattle. It's the special items pickup, and foam, only if you make that request is the company going to know to send that truck to your house. If you just put a bag out that doesn't say foam, it's just a white bag, and you didn't put a request
And you
in,
didn't schedule
probably
it.
going to get charged for it as a
Yeah.
special item garbage.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate part of that is it's going to go to landfill when you already kind of think you're recycling, you're putting it out there. You just have to take those steps. So
Totally.
yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a really good point. So Beatrice, definitely special item pickup collection. You can go to the utility services website, which we'll definitely have a link to in this show. You can also pick up the phone and call our awesome agents at 684-3000, and they can schedule you up as well, which is fantastic. And they'll,
and then,
oh, sorry,
yeah,
go ahead, Pat.
I was going to say what happens next. You know, all the foam that's collected from the waste management routes and recology routes, it all goes to Styro Recycle,
Yes,
which is
that's the best part.
I know. It's a wonderful story. I'll do like a 10-second version of the story.
Go.
There was a woman who worked at IKEA. She was really tired of seeing all the foam from all their packaged products being thrown in the garbage. So she started collecting foam separately out in their big parking garage warehouse in Kent or Renton, wherever it is. And then later she got so busy with that she left IKEA, started her own business as a foam recycling company, and now she's moved to a different location, still in the Kent area. But she is a very successful woman-owned business, person of color, who's absolutely killing it on the, you know, all kinds of unique recyclables. Foam is the main thing that she collects. And they have this huge machine that takes in all the foam blocks.
That's my best part.
And you can actually take peanuts. You can take the packing peanuts to her location. You have to take it to her because it's just a handling thing. But she takes all these foam things and she has a machine that compresses it down. She'll take like, I don't know how many. It'd be fun to learn how many blocks make an ingot, because she creates this brick about as big as a loaf of bread, and it weighs a lot. I mean, it weighs, it's a completely non-air dense brick of polystyrene, because, you know, foam is expanded polystyrene, EPS. So it's a PS brick, which then she can sell as a commodity. She waits until she has a truckload of that, and then it goes to plastic manufacturers, you know, basically. So she's really closing the loop. It is a closed loop thing. All this PS that's in your block will go back to the PS product later.
Absolutely. That is awesome, Pat. I love hearing about that. I think
a little more than 10 seconds, but
but it's so cool. I mean, like the fact that like just the origin story and the fact that it like gets densified into this brick is really awesome. So thank you guys for going on that nerd alert journey with us, because it's awesome and we love telling people about it. And the way to tap into that being recycled is scheduling that special item pickup with us. So that's really the way to do it. We do not take it at the transfer stations because it is so bulky. And it's just very convenient. I do want to say, for those of you who live in apartments and condos, you can either talk to your property manager, but I know that is still a gap that we have. So and for those of you who are in multifamily that may have a challenge with that, and or folks who maybe don't want to schedule a special item pickup or happen to live in the area, we have recycling, reuse, and collection events that we schedule several times a year. We'll put a link
just
to
had
that.
one. Yeah, you just had a successful one last weekend. I went by there. That was great.
Absolutely. We partnered with Recology and Seattle Colleges at their Wood Technology Center in the Central District. And we take all kinds of material. We always take foam. So check out the list of events. We will take foam there for free as well. So that's another option, especially for you multifamily folks out there. So that's another great thing. Another option for you is
well, just talk a little bit about the peanuts real quick. So we talked a little bit about it on the front end, but just to drill down on that. So all the little packing peanuts, people call them popcorn or peanuts, but they're the little pellets. If they're clean and they're not, you know, filled with like other things like shredded paper or some other glitter or whatever, then you can take them. A drop-off option would be to call ahead and contact one of your mailboxes, etc., places, or UPS store, something like that. Give them a call and say, hey, I have a small kitchen bag of clean packing peanuts, styrofoam peanuts. Will you accept them? And many of them do, because they just load them into this big hopper, and they, you know, that's how they fill boxes for shipping for folks. So they're happy to take these free from the community, you know, peanuts for another use rather than just throwing them away. But if you do have to dispose of them at home, then you need to put them in a bag, tie it off tight, and it goes in your garbage.
Totally. Actually, one of the comments for the reuse option, one of our viewers right now totally was like, hey, I take them to my local park postal, which is fantastic. That's a great option. One more thing on peanuts too, because we definitely get questions about those. is that there's the expanded polystyrene or the styrofoam peanuts, and then there's also those cornstarch peanuts that you and I have got lots of questions about. We do have a video about how to kind of deal with those, but those do not go in your compost. Those can either go to be reused at a kind of a local, packaging and mailing outfit, or you can bag them up and put them in your garbage. We also have a great little video of how you can dissolve them. I have done that at my house. Do not pour them down your drain. It's like a gooey mess. What I'll do is, you can look at it, you mix it with water, and I'll put it like out as a slurry in the garden, or put it somewhere outside. And that's a good way to dispose of them if you want to. So we'll have a link to that for sure.
That's good. That's a good video link. You see Becca make a little
a cornstarch slurry.
Yeah, cornstarch slurry. Right. So
definitely. I did want to have one more little thing, is that if you do, I mean, of course, we're all about, recycling options, some reuse options. Foam is allowed in your garbage. So if you have a small amount of it, you absolutely can. It is not a material that is banned from the garbage as an accepted material. But we're always here to encourage recycling and reuse, first and foremost.
That's right. So, trying to expand that in every little way we can, folks.
Absolutely.
A new expanded item option is.
Absolutely. So that takes us, what a segue, Pat. So for our weekly trash tip, I wanted to talk to you guys about one of our really fantastic new special item pickup services. For those of you who are camping or just barbecue enthusiasts, I've got about a zillion of these in my garage just from a long time. You can take them to HH Household Hazardous Waste for free. Also some of these little backpacking ones. But we just started a service. When you're going on to schedule your phone pickup, you can schedule your small gas canister pickup. We will take up to 4 of these for $5 a pickup. And then all this metal that we've talked about on this show a lot, I mean, it just recycles forever, right? Just about. Yeah. Almost 99% of the metal is recaptured. So if you want to recycle these, they don't go in your recycle cart. Schedule a special item pickup. They're a hazard if they go in your carts because of the compression. So that's my weekly trash tip. Recycle your gas canisters through a special item pickup.
Nice tip. Great service. My tip, I should have grabbed it, but at our annual update on our special items collection, we continue to offer the drop-off option for folks to get rid of furniture or mattresses. These are large, bulky materials that are, many times, they have a very good use and life left in them. So what I suggest, my tip is, pursue the option to try and find another owner. Like from you, person to person, from you to another person, for a mattress that still has good life left in it, or a couch that's still in good shape, or a recliner or something like that. Because when those materials go through via other channels, either through a thrift channel or through the transfer station, oftentimes they end up in the landfill because they're just not quite good enough for a retail establishment, even a thrift store, to try and resell them. And actually, thrift stores don't try and resell mattresses. They don't want them. But so mattresses really are a tough one. If you have an item like that that's bulky and large, I would really recommend just snap a photo of it, upload it on your Facebook or Craigslist or FreeCycle, something like that, and see what can happen. Oftentimes, there's somebody in the neighborhood or in the community that will put that to use, and you can use the free button. You don't have to do a money exchange. You don't have to do all that PayPal stuff or anything. It's just, you just set it out on the porch and someone will come by and pick it up if you make that connection. So that's my tip, is try and find be a good shepherd of your stuff to another user if possible.
Absolutely. I think it's a really good tip. We, at our collection events, I think everybody being home and everybody cleaning their spaces, we used to take furniture. We do not have the ability to take it this year. We've never taken mattresses because they, the provenance and all of that stuff. Right. So absolutely. I think finding someone to connect with, and just that kind of like person to person connection is always so lovely anyway. So you never know what you're going to find out there. So,
yeah, we just picked up a love seat last week. It's new to us. It's a Casala. It's a nice brand. It was only $100, and it's in great shape. We're already totally, enjoying it. So I recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been on both ends of that, and it's been fantastic. Absolutely. All right, folks, we shared a lot of information with you. Beatrice, fantastic question. All of you out there, please keep them coming. And, of course, tell somebody else about our show and encourage them to send us their questions as well. So we will come to you next week. We've got lots of great links in our show notes, so definitely check those out. And with that, I think that's another episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And we'll see you next week. And with that, I'm Becca Fong, and life's simpler with a little less stuff.
That's good. And I'm Pat Kaufman. Remember to recycle right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.